What's going on? What's going on? Welcome to the live feed. How y'all doing? Credits Queen. What up? What up? How you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Hump day. Let's see.
It wants one thing.
Yo, what's going on, Fred? How you doing? Thank you for watching. That I had a little bit of technical issues, so excuse me for being a little bit late. But what's going on, Cornell? What's good? What's good? Mr. Point to Point Transportation, Mr. Truck Driver, drive around, getting that money. Shout out to all my truck drivers, man. Everybody who's truck drivers, shout out. Reason why I like my truck drivers is that when they call me, man, they know what they want. Like, they already know. They like, yo, Jay, I need a sweep. I need some inquiries done. I need trade lines. I don't care how much it costs. You tell me what I got to send you, and I get it done. And I love that, man. I absolutely love that. So shout out to my truck drivers there. Not knocking anybody else, but just saying my truck drivers, I love the fact they know what they want, and they get that stuff done. You hear me? Miss Bo, how you doing, Miss Bo? I appreciate the tip from yesterday. Thank you for the tip. If y'all don't know, you also can. I didn't even know this until she did it. You can actually tip, just for because you like the information. You want to send me a tip. It's $1, $5. I don't know. Whatever. If I gave you some information you didn't know, or something that you really need to know that maybe saved you some time, you will leave me a tip. Fantastic. I appreciate that. I do want to show y'all. I am getting some prints done. I'm just testing out quality right now. This right here for my fellas. Credit is queen to a cash king. The thing about me is that I'm very big on quality. Like, it's not just cost. The quality has to be there. This is like a super soft cotton. Like, I don't want that low budget or shirt. I want something that's going to be very, very high quality to where you want to wear it and not just go to bed in the shirt. I want everybody wearing my shirts to go to bed. I want them to wear my shirts, my sweaters, my hoodies that they want to actually rock out with an outfit. You know what I'm saying? I actually got this color to match the new Jordans that just came out. The number 5 Jordan Laneys to match that. And I had to get me a pair too, unfortunately. Shouldn't be buying it. But fourth secured card. You got one? Fantastic. And I didn't forget about the ladies. I'm still working on some things, and the link will be out there soon. Ladies. So y'all can rock something as well. All right. Anyway, getting into it, I did want to talk about a few things, a few subjects. Of course, I'm going to answer questions and all that like I always do. Do not mind ever doing that. Okay. So let me log in to this joint here. Oh, I appreciate it, man. They actually look really good when you put them up against these right here. Y'all know I like my J's, man. My J's. So I had to get these right here, right? And then like matching the shirt, matching the hoodie. Like, ain't that fire? I think that's fire. If you don't think it's fire, it's okay. But it's got gray on the side of the shoe too, to match that. I thought it was fire. I was like, yeah, that's hot. But yeah, this is another way to like show something that stands out. Everybody's wearing the same exact clothing out here nowadays. Everybody has the same shirts they buy from the same exact stores and all of that. And you want your clothes to stand out, especially if you're working on your credit. You want people to know like, yo, credit is queen. Like right now, that's my focus. I'm working on my credit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a queen, credit is queen. I'm a king, credit is still queen to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm a cash king, but I know that queen gotta be by my side, you know? So anyway, a quick plug, you know, I will have that shirt link and all that out there soon. Like I said, I like to do testing stuff first just because I want to test it out before I have anybody buy the product. Now, I do have a link to one of my shirts already because I've already tested the quality of the product and the print. You know, I want to make sure the print is going to stay, it's not going to fade. It's not, what do you call that stuff? I forgot that stuff where it's like people stitch stuff and they have that little white inside part on the shirt because somebody tried to, you know, do like a low quality. I don't do that. Like, this is all soft quality. You know, some of my shirts are like high quality Gildan shirts. Like if you know Gildan brand, they do very high quality shirts. So anyway, anyway, just a quick plug there. All right. Let me make sure I didn't get any questions. If you do have a credit question, drop your credit question. If you're new to this, if you're new to watching my live, you can ask me any type of credit question you would like, and I will try to answer it to the best of my ability. If I know, I'll let you know. I don't know. All right. So let me see here. This one, let me scroll all the way up. I have an AU on my credit file that has 2 late payments. Should I get it off or leave the AU on there? Ricky Lattimore, get off of that AU ASAP Rocky style, okay? ASAP Ferg style, whatever you want to. Hey, ASAP, get off of that. ASAP crew, get off of that. Get off of that. If it has late payments, it is killing you. Get off that AU immediately. Get added on to somebody else's AU. Call another family member who has better income and they have a better stable incomes where they can afford to make their payments every month. Because as far as like a high utilization, if a person had like a 10K card, for an example, 8 years of history, but their balance is 8,000, that's going to hurt your credit. But that balance can be fixed. They can just pay that balance down and your credit score will go up from that. That's something you can fix. With those late payments they have on that AU, that's going to hurt you for, I mean, because late payments are already hard to get off by traditional credit repair. I mean, just keeping it 100, okay? It's already tough enough to get those off by themselves. So you're talking about having 2 late payments, and I'm sure it's probably been within the past 2 years. I'm pretty sure if you've been on it, and you've seen that. But it's definitely going to hurt your credit that way. Okay? All right. What's up, Jay? This is Mike from Vegas. Man, do you help build business credit? Yes, Derek Jones, I will be helping with business credit. Now, I'm going to have more videos on that. I'm waiting on some approvals from some banks so that way I can offer more funding opportunities to my clients. They can just come to me. I can do an evaluation. I can pre-qualify them before they even get with the bank. And I can bring the bank your profile and help you get funding because I already got you pre-qualified. And I can get you your money within 48 hours deposit to your account. So I'm working on that whole process. I had one bank before, but now I'm trying to add on some other banks that have better rates for my clients, and I have better options for you as well. So as of right now, I am not building business credit. I can help you establish it and help you build it up within 5 months and help you get some funding that way. If you're trying to do it in a faster way, the best way to do it is to get your personal credit score up above 750. If you want to do a personal guarantor, you can do above 750, and I'll suggest business card as your first card. All right. Let me see. What it do, Alex? How you doing? Thank you for watching another one. I know y'all said everybody said between 1 and 2 yesterday, so I try to do like around 1:30. So hopefully this is, a good time for everyone. Let's see. Carmen, how do you remove derogs? I like that. Derogatories from a bankruptcy, or is that possible? You know what? I've never actually tried to remove derogatories from a bankruptcy. Are you just saying that you filed bankruptcy, but you still have derogatories on your credit report? On the bankruptcy, I can remove the whole bankruptcy period. If you have other accounts that are also derogatory, I can remove those as well. But now, if those other derogatories were supposed to be included in your bankruptcy, you need to write them, let them know that. Say, hey, I filed bankruptcy. This is when I filed bankruptcy. This is supposed to be included in my bankruptcy or whatever. it's supposed to clear your whole entire debt up depending on what chapter you're filing. And hopefully you filed the right chapter and not just the one that you wanted to keep some things. Let's see, Alex, if you got one bureau clean and you want to add an AU to boost the score to get a new lease, sorry, see that again. To get a new lease and credit card funding, do you provide that service? Absolutely. So if you got one credit bureau clean and you want to get funding with that one credit bureau, you can add an AU or more, depending on what the profile looks like, to boost that score up and make that profile look even better. And I do filing as far as I'm sorry, not filing. I do applications for you. The application fee is $150. That's what you pay up front, and then back end is 7%. So I'm a lot cheaper than a lot of other guys. A lot of guys gonna charge you 10, 15, 20% of back end funding. I'm only charging you 7. But you pay $150 up front just for my time, and I can take care of that for you. Lamont, I got an bankruptcy. Sweet, my credit's good now, but when I'm still paying for the bankruptcy, you got it removed. You want to keep it from your trustee. That's something I don't know, Lamont. I'm gonna have to get back to you on that. Actually, I'm gonna have to check on that. I haven't actually had that type of issue, or even had a type of question asked to me to be dealing with. But that is a great question. Dealing with let's see, trustee when you're still paying on the bankruptcy. Oh, you're talking about when you're paying for it. You're paying for a new vehicle. Okay. So it all depends on, and this is from what I'm thinking that you're asking, okay? So you're applying for a new vehicle and you're trying to get them to not see that bankruptcy. If you had it removed, it definitely shouldn't even show up that you had a bankruptcy. But you want to make sure if you're buying a vehicle, you don't want to go to the car lot. You want to go to the bank and get pre-qualified. Most banks, like credit unions, are going to run only one credit report to give you a car loan or a personal loan. They usually just pull one. So most banks are going to pull for loans are going to pull Equifax. So if your Equifax looks good, they're not going to see that bankruptcy on your profile. Unless it's showing a certain way, I'll have to see your profile to see that. But you shouldn't have no problem with getting a car per se that way. But now you also want to make sure you have some positive things on your credit. If you don't have anything positive reported on your credit, then you can also get denied that way. But if there's something I might have to see your profile in order to see what you're talking about exactly. All right, Red Store, you got a question. Hey, I got a question. A creditor wanted me to file a 1099-C, which is a discharge of finance company auto debt, cancellation of debt. Okay, which this company has cleared from my report. So somebody wants you to sign a form and it's no longer on your report. I mean, you shouldn't have to do anything. There's nothing that you should have to do with that because he's not even on your credit report whatsoever. Now, are you saying that they're threatening to put it on your report if you don't sign it? Or is it just that, it was on your report before and you got it removed and, there's no point in you signing it? So give me a little bit more clarity on that. Let's see, Carmen. Yes, that's killing my score. I have no other derogs on my report. I did chapter 7. All right. Fantastic. But yeah, definitely get with them. Carmen, check on that. Yeah. Lamont. Oh yeah. No problem. Just make sure you like the video. Subscribe, please. I'm not finished. I'm just saying. Okay. Now I am doing giveaways. I meant to do a giveaway yesterday. I don't know if you're still hearing my voice. My voice is still kind of raspy. My voice went completely out last night. This morning, I was feeling a lot better. Into now, I can actually talk a little bit more clearly. Yesterday, my nose was running like crazy. I just couldn't focus, I guess. I just forgot all about the giveaway. I just went straight into information and answering questions and forgot all about that. How you doing, Blair family? So the giveaway. So everybody who signs up for a particular service is going to get a free AU And then the people who sign up for other services, like they get a consult, or if they were to get my traditional credit repair for $79 and 120 per month for 6 months, they would be entered into a raffle to get the AUs. So the one, I'm actually going to pull it up here. So bear with me as I pull it up. So yesterday we had, I think I had about 6 people get a service, whether it was an inquiry service. I had an inquiry service. I had the traditional credit repair. I had sweeps yesterday. I had AUs yesterday, and we had plenty of people. At least 4 people. I remember 4 who signed up for a consultation. Okay, so I'm actually looking through here because I had already selected somebody. Where'd it go? Am I in the right email? I think I'm in the right email. Business funding. Okay, you can still ask your questions. I'm still looking at the live feed. Okay, while I do this, so I still want to look at your questions. But I am giving something away, so just hold on for a few seconds here, so I can give something away. Is it okay to get a security card and my jeweler's club to start building my credit during a sweep? Absolutely, absolutely. That preferably, like even with getting a particular secured card, keep in mind you still got to put up that money. So whatever you put up in money, you're going to have to, you're going to have that cash. And of course, you already know that. But if you want to get an increase, if you're going to get a secured card, I would say make sure you have enough money every month to give yourself a credit line increase. And the way you do that is if the credit line, for example, you start off with is $300. Next month, put another $100 in there for it to go to $400. Next month might put $200 in for it to go to $600. So every month your credit score should go up because you yourself are giving yourself a credit line increase compared to waiting for a bank to give you one. You're giving yourself one, but that does cost you more money. So just make sure that you know that. But there's nothing wrong with that. Definitely getting those will be a great idea. Let's see. Yesterday. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, that's why. Sorry, I have too many emails. My apologies. I'm looking at my old RTI email and not my new J Knows Credit email. Red Store. Make sure I got your question here. Point to point, I have derogatories from missed mortgage payments. Lately, I'm up to date. My scores are rising. Pay your bills on time. 35% damage. Yep. Red Stoy. No, I got it removed, but received a 1099-C today and want me to fill that this taxpayer is called a copy B for the debtor to identify the code G. I wouldn't fill out none of that crap, bro. If it's not on my credit report, I ain't touching nothing. By law, I'm not touching nothing. It's not even on my credit report. Look, that was fraud. I don't know what you're talking about. But no, seriously, it's not on your report. As soon as you sign some stuff, it's just more of a headache because they might decide to put it back on your credit report, and now you sign paperwork, and I wouldn't sign it. There's nothing that says that you have to sign that. I would not sign that. If you want to call them and ask them questions about it, you can call. Make sure you're recording the phone call. I never call any business without recording the phone call. That way I can catch them in any type of lies or misinformation. But yeah, that would be about the extent of what I do. In your experience, how much funding were you able to get someone with 6 months of primaries, clean profile, then adding an AU package? It's from Derek. The most I've been able to get somebody with 6 months of history was 50. Was it 50 something? 54. No, that person had a year. They had a year of history. 6 months of history. Um, Body who I personally apply for credit for, who only has 6 months of history. I think I had some clients who applied for themselves that got them a good 20,000. But as far as me doing the work and actually going through and with my strategy doing it, I don't think I have anybody that I did personally. Just being honest. Um, all right. Multiple AU packages prices. What do you mean? You want to purchase multiple AU packages? Is that what you're saying? You trying to buy them for yourself? Are you buying them for like family and stuff like that? Clean up on that. 95% utilization. Yeah, it can help lower your utilization, but even still, with lowering your overall utilization, there are some databases that run your credit that they're going to pull individual utilization as well per card. So if you got a lot of maxed out cards, your chances of getting funding are just slim. Not impossible, but it's slim because they're going to look at it per account. All right. Aces, for the Z Black card, I haven't even been checking up on it lately. They have the phone number, they got the Facebook page, they got the website. It's kind of been out of sight, out of mind for me about it. I'm just hoping that they deliver on what they promised everybody. I'm supposed to be in the first batch of postings, and I haven't seen anything post to mine as of yet. I think the last thing they said was supposed to post. This is another promise they said it was going to post. So we'll see. That's all I can say right now. I'm just kind of just waiting. I'm still involved with it. I'm just waiting for them to deliver. Because once they deliver, then I'm actually going to push it a whole lot more. But yep, they got everybody held up right now. Let's see, Red Story. I got a secure card for $500, and how can I put more money on these for myself? And I got this card through credit union, and thanks for the tax question. Yeah, you need to contact your bank, whoever you got the secure card with. That's how you increase your balance. You just say, I want to add more money to it. It'll tell you how you can add more money to it, whether you add through a checking account or through a debit card or whatever. There's ways to add money to your secured card. That's just giving yourself an increase. That's not very hard to do. Just contact whoever your whoever is through. I'm sorry. Smooth Auto. I got 2 negative accounts and my score is a mid 500, but I got 5 primary lines, all up to date and 4% utilization. No late payments. Do you think buying your trade line package will help me? Well, more questions for you. How many? You got 5 primary lines. They're up to date. They're at 4%. That's great. But how old are they? You also got 2 negative accounts. 2 negative accounts. You don't need to buy any trade lines as far as AUs are concerned, unless you just want to waste your money. I tell grown folks, they're grown. They can do what they want. But I get people who call me on a regular basis wanting to give me $2, 3, 4, $5,000, and I turn it down because they don't have the profile ready to be able to get AUs and actually use them if they're trying to get funding for them. Only time I tell you to get that is if you're trying to buy a house right now, and that's going to help your house or lower it. Other than that, you don't need to do anything. Your oldest, yeah, that's great, but those negatives is what's hurting you if you're trying to get funding. That's the main thing, is those negatives. You can get AUs that bump your score up, but there's no point in having a higher score and having no power. It's like being able to, say that you don't read it. So you don't have no power in your word of whatever you believe in, you know? Or it's like, you have a title from a school because the teachers passed you as your professors passed you because you're cute, or because you're a good person because your father owns part of the campus or something like that. So you got a degree, but you're still stupid, all right? Because you don't know really how to apply it. It's the same thing goes with those AU trade lines. You get those AU trade lines on something, and you don't have any power behind it. There's no power in having a degree alone if you're still stupid. Because even if you get hired at a job, you can still get fired. They figure out, and hopefully that word is not restricted. Okay, off of YouTube. But yeah, yeah. I wouldn't buy any AUs, whether that's from me or from anybody else, unless you just say, Jay, I don't care what you're talking about, bro. I need AUs because I need my score to be higher. Period. All right, cool. Buy some AUs. But I'm not going to. I'm not going to tell you to do that. I'm not going to tell you to do that. All right. But anyway, so that person who actually won, I don't know why I cannot find their link here. It's actually making me mad. Search a different way. It's probably lost in the sauce of my emails. But still feel free to ask your questions. I'm just trying to find something. I feel like my emails are not populating on my phone properly right now. Oh, there we go. It's Brandon Jackson. Brandon Jackson. Mr. Brandon Jackson from Phoenix City, Alabama. That's who won yesterday. For the free AU, I'm not sure what your screen name is, Mr. Brandon. But Mr. Brandon Jackson, I don't want to give out his personal information here, but show you here. Let me actually pull it up here without showing you all his information, so you know. Let's see, how can I do that? Yeah, there we go. So Mr. Brandon Jackson, yesterday, 9:40 p.m., he signed up for the inquiry removal services. And I don't want to show all his other personal information, of course. But Mr. Brandon, I'm going to hit you up. I'm going to email you. And I'll do that right now, actually, while I'm on live. See, Brandon Jackson. Go. Mr. Jackson, you have won a free AU trade line from us at J Knows Credit. Please contact us immediately. Send. And so got some questions you can ask them. Like I said, I'm just trying to make sure that you all can see this. All right. This is in my sent mail here. I'm trying to show his information once again. All right. Sent mail right there. Responding back to the client. Mr. Jackson. You got the free AU from us. Jay knows credit. I'm not sure how you can read that. I don't know if that's backwards or whatever. But I just sent that. See time 204. It's in my sent folder. So you know it ain't no BS going on. Okay. So tomorrow I'll give away something as well. I'm giving away stuff until February the 14th. Anybody who signs up for a particular service, if you get a consultation, just giving away different trade lines. Maybe you don't need a trade line. Maybe you just need, you prefer to get maybe an inquiry removed or something like that. I'm gonna do different stuff. I'm gonna do different things. Give away some stuff. You know what? I might give away some J's. That's what I might do. I might give away some J's or something to somebody. And even if they're not your size, you can sell them and make a lot of money. Okay. Give away some hoodies as well. Some of these hoodies, like the Credit's Queen to the Cash King hoodie. And then if you're just now joining us on this live presentation of Jay Knows Credit, the new Credit is Queen shirts. Just got the first batch just to be able to check the quality and stuff. So get one of those as well. Let me check my questions real quick before I go into my rant for today about some credit things. Chase has the best cards for funding. That's my look kind of crusty. No, not really. Not when it comes to personal funding. There are a lot of places that give a whole lot more money. Now, I will say if you want to get a Chase card, you want to get that as one of your first applications for funding. So you might say, hey Jay, even if you're gonna do my funding for me, can you please try to get me a Chase card? I want a Chase card. Okay, no problem. I'm applying for that. First one I'm gonna apply for is gonna be the Chase card, just because of their rules of the 524 rule, as far as having that many inquiries in accounts. What's going on, Mr. Gilbert? How you doing? But yeah, they're not necessarily the best. They're gonna give you a whole lot more money than just them. Okay, let's see. Those two negative accounts won't let me be great. I feel you. That Verizon and AT&T. Oh, Verizon ain't gonna do nothing. Verizon ain't gonna do no pay for deletions. They ain't gonna do nothing. Verizon is for lack of a better word, a pain in the you know what for the V's, man. And they have their own like in-house collection company and all that. And they don't budge on nothing. Like, you pay it off, they still ain't gonna budge on taking off your credit report. They're very bad with that. So it's better to just get that removed. Traditional credit repair is possible, but it's gonna take a lot of pulling teeth to get that. I would if you got Verizon, PSA, if you got a Verizon collection, I suggest you get a sweep. Do not get regular credit repair. Okay? Just my suggestion. Cause man, they are a pain in the butt. Just get the sweep, man. I don't care if you buy through me or somebody else. Just get somebody to do your sweep. Try to sweep yourself something. Just pain in the butt. Okay, what credit score should I have to do a balance transfer if you already have high utilization of existing cards, and what credit cards will accept it? So you're saying you want to apply for a brand new card with a balance transfer. It's not really a per se credit score. I mean, they're going to take into account your utilization if you have any negative accounts, late payments, stuff like that. There are a lot of credit cards that do like 0%, balance transfers when you first get the car. Some cars have a limit where you're going to transfer up to $5,000. Some you transfer as much as you want. So it's going to do that for you. USAA. I mean, even the new Amex Magnet card, they had a transfer for me. They had an offer for me when I first signed up for that particular card. But everybody does one credit suite with me and my wife. Or the race is same for a married couple. Yes, and here's the reason why. It doesn't matter if you're married or not. When it comes to doing a credit profile, it's the same amount of work, whether it's for one person or two, whether they're married or not. Y'all have two separate credit profiles. It's not like, you know, for lack of a better example here, but as far as like being married, you are one. You are now one, and I'm not going to preach about that because I will. But you are one. When it comes to, the word, and when it comes to, um, the law, is what you are now not. You are two. Okay, so the stuff that I have to do in order to get it off your credit is going to be the same. So that there's not going to be any type of leeway on that type of thing, just because it doesn't matter if it's one person or two person. Now maybe it'll knock a little bit off of the price, but it won't be something like very drastic, like buy one and get one half off type thing. It's not what you're doing. Save $100, something like that. Okay. Marriage is a business partnership. Understand that. How much is it for a credit suite for 6 items of negative credit, total up to the amount of $4,500? Now, 6 items, that's going to bring you up from the 5-item limit, because 5 items for $5,000 or less is $800. With you having 6 items, that's going to bring it up another $100 to $900. Now, those negative items cannot be in this list. They cannot be. Now I can remove them, but it costs extra if they're on this list. Okay? They cannot be bankruptcies. The negative items cannot be child support. The negative items cannot be judgments. The negative items cannot be repos. If they are those things, that $900 is null and void in the price. Now, by each of those items that you have that I just listed. Okay? So that price can be $600 higher if you have one of those things. So you're going to do 900 plus another 600 if you have one of those bankruptcies, and that's for each one. Okay? So just keep that in mind. I try not to give quotes like that through video, but I want you to know that the price is based on not only how much you have in total debts, it's also the type of debts, and it's the amount of accounts, because you can have 17 accounts that are all charge-offs, that are all zero balances, but they all have negative payments, late payments on them. So you need to get all 17 off. Removals for $800. Okay, that's why it's also by the number of accounts you have, not just the amount of debt you have only. Okay, so everybody's prices are going to be different compared to what they want removed. Let's see, Ricky. If call have myself. I'm sorry, trying to read that. If call have myself removed from the AU. Oh, if I call and have myself. Okay, I'm adding in words for you. With the late pay, and it closes, will it show late pays in my profile history? Now that's a good question. I would call them and have them remove you from it and remove the history, and see if they'll do that, because that might be the case where they'll show close and still be up there. That is a possibility, but you still need to get off of it. But still, definitely plead with them about taking off your credit history altogether. All right. You can also, another thing, you can also call the credit bureaus. Call the credit bureaus and let them know that you are AU on this account, and the person made late payments, and you didn't know they were making late payments, and see if they can remove you that way as well, and just take it off your report. That does sometimes work too, just getting things off by calling the credit bureaus. Some people don't do that simple thing. Like sometimes you just need to call. You don't gotta write in. You don't gotta fax them. You can actually just call them if you get the right number. Just call them on the phone and tell them, Give them a sob story about, hey, I'm just struggling right now, you know. And some things might have really did happen to you where you lost your job or something like that, or you lost a spouse, or anything could have happened. And you get the right person in credit bureau and let them know certain things, you know. Now, this is what I've done, and I'll say this, um, without trying to be funny, but I've called the credit bureaus on behalf of some things, and I don't want to say all of this to put myself under a spotlight here on the video. All right, and even if it's a female, I'll just make a female voice, and I will call them and say certain things in the female voice to get certain things off. I already have all the person's information, so I can just use that information and then call them and then dispute certain things off of their reports to get it off. So sometimes you just got to be off your reports. Okay. Now, the reason why I always say credit's queen is because credit needs to be something that you value. Okay, and queens are of value. I love my queens out there. I love, my wife, of course, she's a black queen. As a matter of fact, you got you a white queen or an Indian queen or whatever. That's your queen. That's not who stands behind you. That's who stands beside you. That's your helpmeet. You might have a girlfriend who you see as a future wife. I just believe that all women are queens, and they are put on this earth. They are almost godly. Because they give birth. They gave birth to you. You wouldn't be here unless a woman gave birth to you. What I'm saying? So that right there, if you look at the definition of, what it is to be a god, you will find all the attributes inside of a woman, which is crazy. People say, well, a man is God. Well, a lot of the God attributes are in women. It's not in men. So, I want you to look at credit as how you value a woman. And hopefully you value her on a very high level. Okay. But everybody may not believe that, and that's fine. Okay. Say, hell no, forget that. Okay. But credit should be, something that you value that highly, that you take care of it so much, because it can do so much damage, just like a woman can do so much damage when she's scorned. Okay, so if you don't treat that credit right, it's like you don't treat your credit right, like you don't treat your queen right. It can cause you lots of years of pain and torment. Like not getting approved for an apartment. Okay, you trying to get a regular apartment, they want to give you an apartment, you make 40, 50, $80,000, and you cannot get an apartment. And now this has happened to people who've applied at jobs that you wouldn't think of, to where now, I mean, it's not something that's brand new, but a lot more companies, I'm talking about small companies, like I'm talking about all the way small as far as like McDonald's. And I know McDonald's is a big company, but I want to make sure you understand when I say small, I mean like what you get paid. You know what I'm saying? And like on that type of like high school kids working there in order to pay, for shoes and school clothes and all that kind of stuff. Now, there's a lot more grown people who work there as well. Nothing wrong if you do work there. I'm just showing you the scale of income. Okay. So now a lot of these smaller companies like that are less, or let me say low paying jobs companies. They are now running credit to give you a job to make $10, not to make 100K, to make $10 an hour. They got to run your credit, and if your credit is not up to their standards, you don't have a job because your credit is bad. And then you're trying to get a job so you can be able to catch up and get your credit right, or catch up on your bills that you're behind on. Does that make any sense? So it's like they're putting people in these positions to where they have to do things outside of regular jobs to make money. They got to do a hustle. They got to sell whatever. They got to flip whatever to make money, because now they're making it harder and harder to get these on the low scale type of jobs. Like $10, 40 hours, that's $400 before taxes. Okay? But then you paying, 15% for federal, maybe 5% for state. Social Security Medicare 7.65% across the board. So now you're looking at 15, 7, that's 22, plus another 7.65. Might as well call that 30% of your money already gone off that 400. Okay? So now you're looking at, I'm doing a calculator right now, but you're looking at what, $300, $200, $280, whatever. If you got a calculator, you can calculate 30% of $400. But then getting paid every 2 weeks, that might be $500. For $1,000 a month, you got to go through the crap you have to deal with the credit and all that kind of good stuff just to get a low scale paying job these days. Okay, does that make any sense? It doesn't. It doesn't make sense, and that's why it's very important that we, as people who are watching this right now, if you are older than 25 and you have younger brothers and sisters and cousins, or if you are old enough where you have a child and you have, your child has friends who are the same age and they're coming up on 18 or they're already 18 or something like that, to impart in them, like give them that importation, give them that information, add them on to an AU that you have that might not have a big limit, but you have on-time payments to help build their credit up, so that way they're able to purchase certain things when they get older, put them in a position to win financially. And the only way you change, the only way you change the next generation is by giving them information and helping them out when it comes to their credit. And so I want more people, whether you're black, white, Hispanic, whatever, I want more people to value their credit, and not to knock anybody else, but especially my people, because it's already associated with my people that we are associated with bad credit, and associated with white people that you automatically have good credit, which is not the case for a lot of white people. A lot of white people do not have good credit. I promise you that. Okay. But as a, stipulation thing, I forgot the politically correct word for it right now off the top of my head. But that's one of those things that we say that we have, really no knowledge on. If you look at the poor to rich, there is not more rich people that are white than there are black or Hispanic, because there are a whole lot of poor white people out there, a ton. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the amount of population compared to the amount of the population who is, poor and rich, it is nowhere near what you think. Okay, so get out of that mindset that all white people have money. Get out of the mindset that all black people have money, or they don't have money, or that, they steal, or whatever the case may be. And I didn't mean to get into all that, but getting back to the credit part, okay, I want everybody to have their credit be put up on a pedestal like they put a woman on a pedestal. And if you don't put a woman up here, you need to put her up here, because you'll find out that you're not as great as you think you are if you're a man. But having that credit beside you when you go in to do things, you have power. You get more respect. I wear a hoodie every day. Almost about 90% of the time I'm wearing a hoodie. Even when it's hot outside, I'm wearing a hoodie. I have light hoodies, thin hoodies, and all that. But when I walk into a business, they know who I am. And they know I wear a hoodie. And I can walk somewhere where they wear suits, and I'll have a hoodie on, and I'll still get a great seat in the restaurant. I'll still sit up front. I'll still get free drinks. Seriously. And it's not based on what I'm wearing. You know what I'm saying? People don't judge me. Well, some people do at certain places. But places that I go on a regular basis, they don't judge me based on what I have on. They know who I am. They call me Mr. Leary. They don't call me Jay. Mr. Leary. Oh, Mr. Leary's here. Who wants that table? I got people fighting over my table because they know when Mr. Leary shows up, they know they're going to get a good tip. Okay? So it's just a different... It's just a different mindset I want people to be in when it comes to just valuing their credit, and not just thinking about, people look at me right now, and people are looking at me right now like, man, why is this guy always wearing a hoodie and all of that? And, he doesn't look professional. He's talking about he's doing credit and he's wearing a hoodie every day. I'm not trying to be professional. I'm going to keep that 100% clear. I am not trying to be, quote unquote, professional, of what you think professional is, that definition. I'm trying to be real with you and not give you no fluff. Because I know when you go to work, you turn on that voice. That voice turns on that you don't normally talk in, but you turn it on. That's that little fake knob you have. You turn that little fake knob all the way up to a certain point. You go on break, you turn that fake knob back down the other way. Then you go back off work, you turn it back off completely and go back to your real voice and the way you talk. Okay? So I'm not trying to be that person that you may be at your job because you have to be. I'm not knocking that. You have to play that role because they want you to play that role. I have my own company. I'm not playing that role. Okay? So I want to make that clear. But I want you to look at credit. I want you to feel like, yo, this credit has got to get right. All right? I have people who ask me questions like, well, Jay, I have all these bills. I got this, I got that. What do I do? I just can't keep up with all my bills. Like, how do I keep up with all these things? Make a calendar. Me and my wife, we have a shared calendar on our phones to where we share every single thing that's supposed to be paid. Everything is on this list. Every single thing that we need to pay is on this list. So for those of y'all who need some help with paying your credit cards on time, the best way to do that is to get you a list. Get you a shared calendar. If you have an iPhone, you can share calendars. You can share lists on the iPhone and all of that. Okay? But what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to get a different view here. Where's that other view? I can actually list everything. Let's see, today. And scroll. But this might help somebody. So I want to show you this. But this might help you get your bills in order. I know people say they have auto pay. Now, that's the good thing to do auto pay. If you can do auto pay from your checking account. But also, with auto pay, something may not go through because your balances just may not be there at that time. Okay? And then if your balances aren't there, then of course that auto pay is not going to go through. And now what do? You didn't really think about it. You probably forgot about it. Okay, I'm trying to get to a different view. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why I can't view it a certain way anymore. Okay, but like for example, all right? So here you go. All right. My Discover card payment was due today. It's a 6, right? It says paid beside it. My wife knows it's paid. All right. So she ain't got to ask me if it's paid. Or if she had a card on here, she put her card on here and she listed as paid. My wife's at work right now. Okay. So next day, what's that? 10. All right. My wife's credit card. That's on the 11th. It's due on the 11th. It's already paid. She wrote paid beside it. So I know it's paid. Now, the other day, I didn't see paid on a certain bill, and it was 2 days before it was due. And so I already know if I don't see it 2 days before it's due as it's paid, I ask her a question. I send her a text. Hey, babe, did you pay that the other Capital One card that you have? She said, oh, yeah, I already paid it. I just didn't put it in the calendar yet. It's paid. I'm going to do that when I get off work. Okay, cool. Communication. So I know what's paid, and she knows something is paid. And if I don't talk to her, I can look in the calendar and see what's going on. All right, so that's one thing. If you're paying bills with your spouse, communication about what's going on and what's being paid. Get a system for yourself to pay these things off. All right? And I tell everybody this on another live feed, but when you get paid from your job, pay yourself first. Before you pay any bills, pay you. You are the most important person you're working for yourself and for your family. Okay? If you don't, you give all your money away to bills, then you're not helping your family. You're not helping yourself. Okay? It does pay something, yes, but you got to pay you because something can happen. They cut you your job and now all that's gone. Okay? So make sure you're taking care of yourself when it comes to your own personal finances, saving some money, right? But treat your credit like it's an important entity in your life. Treat your credit like it's something that can be life or death because it can. Excuse me. Life or death to get a car because your car broke down. You want to go buy a car. You can't go buy one because your credit's messed up. Or you have to get one at a place like JD Byrider or something like that that's going to charge you crazy amounts of interest to have that vehicle. Okay? So I just want everybody to get in the mindset, of my credit is important. If you have daily affirmations, all right, it's very important to have daily affirmations. If you don't have any, but wake up and tell yourself, I'm important, I'm beautiful, say I'm successful, I'm a millionaire, things like that. And speak, my credit score is 800, my credit score is 750. I value my credit. Affirmations help as well. Speaking to the universe, bringing it in and pulling it into you, okay? But also taking action, making plans to do certain things for that way your credit will get to that place. If you got a lot of debt, you need to pay that debt down. Having a plan in place to help you pay that down. Getting some part-time income to help pay that down. Whatever. But you gotta make that credit important to you. If you don't make it important to you, it's gonna be like, or it might be like your friend who you ain't called in like 2 years, that you might call every, once in a while when you need something. You need to borrow something, or you need $25, or, you call them just because it's Christmas and you're supposed to call them. Okay? Don't treat your credit like that, because you don't look at your credit. People told me, I ain't looked at my credit in 3, 4, 5 years. You didn't care. Don't try to start caring when it's too late. Okay? Don't try to start caring when you need that credit to work for you like right now, because now you're working against time, and then you're rushing the people who are trying to fix your credit. Like for me or for anybody, I don't care who they are, if they're on YouTube, if they're a person locally to you or whatever, because now you didn't value your credit properly, and now you're putting a rush on people who are trying to fix it. Now you got into that trouble and you messed it up over so many years or months or whatever, and then you want somebody to fix it, and you want it to happen like ASAP, and you call them and you text them, hey, how's my credit? It's been 2 days. Hey, what's going on with my credit? It's been 7 days. Hey, bro, how my credit looking? It's been 2 months. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, come on, bro. Like calm down. Like, you just messed it up. Like, overall, we just got started, okay? You got to give it some time to work, depending on what the service is, of course, okay? But you have to be realistic in your expectations, You done treated your queen bad for so many years. Your queen done got beat up. Your queen done got dragged through the mud. Your queen missing a heel. Your queen got on some clothes she got from Salvation Army that's all just ripped up and stuff like that. She been on the corner. You done left her outside. She done slept in the car. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to clean your queen up. All right? And when I say we, that means me and everybody who does credit. We have to clean that queen up. Okay? And you have to give us some time. We gotta do some plastic surgery. We gotta do a full makeover. We need to go call, we gotta call Oprah, somebody to do a full makeover for that thing. Okay, so but if you happen in a place where you treated your queen badly, now you need to get your queen cleaned up. That's the thing. That's the only thing. It's like admitting you were wrong to your queen, and now want to clean that queen up. All right. So that's why I always say credit is queen. And the people just say the things are just the same, you know what I'm saying? Because cash is king, credit is queen. But I have a deeper meaning to what I believe credit is queen means, And so, email, and you are a queen, your credit is still queen. Treat that credit like how you would treat yourself. Okay? So you want to be able to build it up like you build up another woman. You don't tear the woman down where you're not supposed to. Okay? Build that woman up. Speak life into her. Treat her right. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sorry to go off on that little tangent there, but I did want to emphasize why I say what I say. I just don't have empty words to give you. I'm going to give you something that's going to have some meaning. Anything I do, everything I do, has meaning. Even with this right here, with the queen, with the crown, okay? Now, as you can see on this one, where's it at? Oh, they actually straightened it up. I actually had on my, they probably thought I made a mistake, but I didn't. She had the actual crown tilted. I had the crown like over this way. So the crown was like sitting over here and it was tilted, like kind of crooked. Because credit is queen, but it's still not going to be perfect. You may not have done everything perfect to your credit. And so, it's like, I'm trying to get perfect. I'm trying to make my queen perfect. But like I said, these are all tester shirts anyway, so I'll get with them about that. And I just want that to be crooked that way. So, but that's just part of my own meanings. You know, that's my little small meaning I got inside of that particular design. You know, but real stuff there. Okay. Anyway, let me see if I got any questions. I missed any questions. Thank y'all for letting me rant and tell y'all about while I say credit is queen. Everybody who's watching for the first time, hopefully you subscribe. Hopefully my lips aren't chapped. Um, real spit, and I did say spit. Let me see. For shizzle. That Google Calendar works great for you. Okay, I see you, Watts. Yeah, man, that Google Calendar is clutch. For real. What's up, Jay? Did you get my inquiries off? When should it fall off? Jamal. Oh, Jamal, what's up, man? What's up? Yeah, I got your one inquiry that I was going to get off for you. Now, I usually do my inquiries in batches of 5. So I haven't actually put in that one inquiry just because I felt that you might be getting some more inquiries all in at the same time. Work just to do one. But don't worry, I'm gonna knock off that one inquiry for you. No problem. You ain't gotta worry about that. And I also got your cousin some money. Well, that's your cousin or your brother, Jamal? I don't know if he already told you, but I got him. He's got 4 credit cards now. He's got the Best Buy card. He's got 2 Amexes, and he's got a Barclays card for your cousin. But I'm gonna get you right as well, Jamal. You know, you the one who brought me to your cousins. I'm gonna get you right. But that one inquiry, I'm stressed about that. We're gonna take care of that. I just want to do them just in case you're applying for some more places. I want to do them in a whole batch because it's just a lot of work just to do one. Usually my minimum to do is 5 that I do, but with Jamal actually here, and because I got you on live, we're gonna keep it 100. Okay, Jamal, he hit me up and told me what his profile looked like, and I said that, you know, hey, I got this particular company that, you know, with the way your profile looks, you could possibly get a couple of thousand from them. And we applied for them. I told him, like, look, even if we apply, because I'm telling you to apply, I didn't charge him any money to apply. There was no upfront fees, nothing like that. I just said, look, try this out on my word. And, you know, if they don't approve you, I'll take the inquiry off for you. You gotta worry about that. I'll remove the inquiry. Okay. So we applied. He didn't get approved. He got his cousin on the phone. We applied for his cousin. His cousin profile looked almost like his. Then they had a couple more months of history on his, and we got him $6,000 for the same exact car we applied for. We applied for him. So, excuse me. And then we got his cousin another like 4K with Best Buy, another I forgot. Well, his Barclays, I don't know. He got to how much he got in his Barclays because that was coming in the mail. And then his other Amex, he got 5K as his limit. So yeah, that's my boy Jamal right there who's commenting right now. Let's see, Lee Green, what's going on, brother? Do you recommend opting out from bureaus before starting the repair process? What do you mean opting out from bureaus? What do you mean by that? You mean like putting like a credit block or something like that? Or what do you mean? Because in my process, you don't have to do anything. The only time you have to do something is if you have a bankruptcy. I have a step you have to take on your side. If you have a bankruptcy, I need you to do one thing for me. If you got the bankruptcy. Okay, also, quick update for the credit sweep. So for my credit sweep, you have to have, I'll get back to you 1 second, Lee. I just thought about something. You have to use Experian for you to do a credit sweep, okay? Now, before, Experian had a actual, they had a security flaw, which I didn't put out there because the security flaw was actually helping me without having to ask y'all for more information, okay? So what happened was, what happened, not that what happened was thing, but what really happened was when I would log into Experian, it would ask me for a security code, and it would ask to text the person whose file it is, and they would text that person's phone, and that person would have to give me the security code. Okay, so that means every time I logged in, I would have to hit your phone up and say, "Hey, John, Jonathan, Jamal, I like the J from J. Okay, all the J's out there. I'll let y'all salute. But I would have to, wait for y'all to text me back what the PIN number was so I can log into your account anytime I want to log into it. But the security flaw, what happens was when you would log in, it would show that message. Once it showed that message, you could actually just close the browser out, reopen the browser, go back and sign in, and then it wouldn't ask you that question no more. So that person's username and password would just work. But they finally caught on to, I've been doing that for a while. They finally caught on to that. So now, and you'll see that change in my form as well. Now you have to, once you log in, you gotta answer the security question. So you gotta put the right security question, the security answer, and put in the PIN number. Okay? So I mean, it's good they fixed the security card. I mean, that's good for them. I'm just surprised I didn't see that a lot sooner. But now I have to get more information from you. So when you sign up for an Experian account, I need to know what your security question is and your security answer and your PIN code. Don't make a big deal about it. I just need it in order to log into your account. Okay? So for the future, I'm going to refer you back to this video. So make sure you fast forward to about 60 minutes and let's say about 65 or 64 minutes. Okay, I'm going to just note that for myself. So you fast forward through this video and watch this part and you'll see why I need your information like that. All right, so back to the questions. Let's see. No, you don't have to do any of that. You gotta do none of that. I'll take care of everything for you. You don't have to do any type of blocking on that. And like I said, the only thing you have to do on your end is if you had a bankruptcy, you gotta do one thing for me if you have bankruptcy. If you don't have bankruptcies, you don't have to do nothing. Okay? You just sit back. You just need that one inquiry off. Okay, for sure. For sure. I got you. Not even an issue. Send me a message. Just send me an updated message because I just have so many messages on my phone. Send me an updated text message. And that way I can have you as, some of my newer messages here. And then I can actually send you a message once it's been updated. And that just means once it's been submitted to the credit bureaus and they accept it. Once it's accepted, I'll send you a text saying that they accepted it. And now you're just waiting for it to come off. All right. All right. And if you're just joining us, welcome. If you have a question, you can ask a credit question. You can even ask a tax question. I'll put some tax questions out there. If you got a tax question too. Jay does know taxes as well. All right. Good afternoon. Oh, Grisette, what's going on? McDonald. I got some. What I got submitted for you, Mister. What I got submitted for you, Donald. Grisette, I got something for you. I just forgot what that was. What we got? Increase for you, or what we got? You got a credit sweep right now. What you got going on? You got something going on. Oh, I know you have the. You start off with our credit repair service. Yep. Saturday. Yeah, you signed up on Saturday. Last name. I know that name. I saw that name somewhere. Okay, you should be expecting your reports to come in the mail here. Since that was Saturday, we got Monday. So you should be getting some reports at least from 2 bureaus by next week. So make sure you send those reports back in to me once you get them. So I can know what's on there exactly. All right. Any other questions? Any questions? What time is it? Oh, we're making good time. Making good time. Making great time. Taxes, you got a tax question? What you got on taxes? For those of y'all who are doing taxes this year, if you're doing taxes, you're filing taxes, make sure your expectations are the right way. see. Why do you get low credit limits? All right, so there's a couple of reasons why you get a low credit limit. I'll make another video about this. That's more that's shorter for people to watch as well. I'll make a low end one. Um, so the reason why a lot of people get low limits, number one, is because they don't even include all the income. Now, there was a law that was passed that when you apply for a credit card, you can include all household income, the whole house, not just you. So if you got a brother that lives with you, he has a full-time job making 35,000, you got a full-time job making 48,000, your husband got a job making, you can include all of that income. You can also include any business income. You can include alimony. You can include child support. You can include any income, any side hustle income. You can include Uber income. All that, you can put all of that on a total grand scale of your application. Now, I know it does ask you for a yearly income. You can project out. That's all businesses do anyway, is they project out what their income is going to be. Also, they project out what their expenses are going to be. But they look at what they're going to, do for the quarter, do for the year. You got to do the same thing. So even if you have a part-time business or you do Uber or whatever like that, and you making like $200 a week, $300 a week, do that and calculate that for a whole entire year and add that to your gross income. That's another thing. Make sure you put your gross income and not your net income. I found people who do that. When you apply for that credit card, you put all the income that you have. They're using that income as a catalyst to see what they want to give you in the limit. Okay? So make sure you're reporting all of your income. Also, if you already have some things with the credit bureaus, if you have some cards or some accounts already, use the exact name you use when you apply. So for an example, if you got a car that's under James M. McDonald, when you apply for a credit card, put James M. McDonald. Don't put James McDonald, even though that is right. Your name is James McDonald. But they're also pulling your credit. So when they're pulling your credit, they don't see James McDonald, they see James M. McDonald. When they're doing the algorithm of what they're going to give you as far as the credit limit, they may see that as a higher risk because this may not be the right James McDonald. There's a lot of other James McDonalds out there. Okay? So it could be fraud. And it's probably not, but they're still not going to give you as high a limit as they could have given you if they already know they have something to go by. They can look at that exact report and see in that computer. It's all done by computer, by the way. So that's why you cannot call a person at a credit bank or something like that and automatically ask them questions about why you didn't get approved. They say, oh, we'll send you a letter. Or if they are able to pull up in their department, they're saying, well, they're not telling you why they didn't approve you. They're telling you why the computer didn't approve you. Okay? So they say, well, the computer didn't approve you because of, income or too high debts or stuff like that. Or they gave you a low limit because of these reasons. Okay? And so that's one big thing people do, or two big things people do wrong on their applications, as well as this. If your income is low, your household income is low, you can't expect to get no high limit card, period. I mean, think about this. I'm a bank. You want to borrow some money because that's all credit is you borrowing money. I have to give you a limit, a cutoff limit, but you're borrowing money from me. Now you're telling me you make $30,000 a year, which I know for a fact you don't make $30,000 a year. Okay? The reason why I know that is because I know math. Okay? So if you make $30,000 a year, federal, state, Social Security, and Medicare, you're paying roughly $9,000 in taxes. So you really make $21,000 a year after taxes. Divide that by 12, you're making roughly about $1,800 a month. Now, the average mortgage is $1,000. You got $800 left. You pay lights, water, gas, cable, cell phone, internet, light bill, water bill, cable, clothes for the kids, health insurance, daycare, spending money, gas, clothes for yourself, presents, gifts. your money's gone. So why would I want to give you a 10K credit card? Because I already know what you're going to do with that 10K credit card. You're going to supplement your living. You're going to use that 10K credit card to supplement the money that you don't have coming in after pay all your other bills. So you're going to get deeper and deeper and deeper in debt, which is nothing wrong with you having some debt, because I'm going to get some interest off of it, but at risk of getting in so much debt that you can't get out of, which is going to hurt me as the bank. So you also, anytime you apply for credit or think about credit, you got to put yourself in the bank shoes. You can't look at it one way. There's always two ways to look at things. Or people say there's always three. All right. But you want to look at it from a different perspective. So if that's what your income is, that's your whole household income is, you can either keep putting that or you can lie. It's just real talk. You just lie. You know, a lot of times when you apply for credit cards, they don't ask you to back up your income. There's only certain banks that are to provide income. Luckily, I'm able to help you provide income if you need that service. But most banks won't even ask you for that. Most banks, they'll run your credit, and you put this amount of money, and they'll go ahead and just give you a credit card. Here's another quick trick too. Okay, another quick trick that I do as well. All right, let's say you apply for a credit card, and you work at Family Dollar. All right, work at Family Dollar. A lot of people at Family Dollar don't make a lot of money unless you're like really, really, really top big person. Okay, so what I do for your application, I put you work at Cisco Systems as a engineer. When I ask you your employment, you're engineer, and then I put you make $89,000 a year starting out. You're 23, 24, or if you're like 30, 37, I put you make 118,000, something like that as an engineer. And then I put the 1-800 number, and I find the number for HR and all that kind of good stuff. I put the number itself on the application, knowing that inside that computer system, they can actually run it, and they can actually pull and see if that number is associated with Cisco. So when they run that information, they pull that number is actually from Cisco, and you come back with an application approved for 10, 15, 20,000. There's another quick trick that I do when I'm doing applications. But I'll let you know that as well. I'll let you know, like, hey, you work at Cisco now, or you work at Johnson & Johnson's now, or something like that. You no longer just work at Family Dollar. So that'll be on your report as part of your history as well. So when you apply for other cards, they'll see that as well. They'll see your work history too. They'll see what companies have you worked for, which is also another little getting a whole lot more funding. Okay. Yeah, I know I was kind of thorough on that question, but just wanted to answer that. I hopefully enjoyed that answer. How would you advise about removing student loans? Removing student loans, I do that. If you need that swept off, just know that the more loans you have, the more amounts and loans you have, the more you have to pay. That goes for if they're in good standing or not. You may just not want them to be on your credit report no more because they're hurting your utilization, your credit to debt ratio, whatever. You can get it completely off. But if those are your oldest accounts and they're in good standing and you're not buying a house, it's not hurting you with buying a house, I would not remove them. I would keep them there because those are your oldest primary accounts, especially if you have some that are private. Okay, that's my advice. Let's see. My credit is around the 560, 577. What should my first steps be to get it back on track? Ralph, good question, Ralph. Now, that's a question I get all the time. First things first, your credit score isn't important. And that sounds crazy. I know that, right? What you mean by credit score important? Your credit score is not as important as you think it is. So me knowing what your credit score is doesn't help me give you a plan. Okay? Your credit score can be 735. And you can be more messed up than a person who has a 500 credit score. Because that 735 could be because you just have one AU on your account and no primaries, or you just got one primary and it just showed up, and that was your first account that you got, but you can't get nothing else, even though you got 735. So the score is not what's important. What's important is the power behind the score. And that's why you might look at people and look at forums and see people who got average 600 scores, but they got Mercedes, like with low interest rates too. They got Mercedes, they've got 20K credit cards because they have more history. They have more power behind their score than they have in high score. Okay, that's first thing. You might need evaluation, but if your scores are really low, they're low because of only a few things. Okay, you don't have enough history, or your history is bad, combination of those two. You don't have enough primary accounts in your name, and you might have some bad things on your name, like some closed accounts or some collections. Okay, that's it. That's the only reason why you're, of course, unless you got like 30, 40 increase per bureau. I mean, that's going to make it low too. But that'll bring it down a lot. But it won't bring it down as much as those categories because of the percentage of your credit that inquiries are. Okay. Let's see. Another question. Good point. My father. Same name. Got you. I'm sorry, let me see. What is the highest income can you put and still be able to stay away from showing documentation? I mean, you put your income in it. There's not really a too high of a number, okay? But even putting a high number with a bad profile isn't going to work. It's good to have both a good profile and put a high number to make it more believable. Just learn something. Fantastic. That's why I like to hear you just learn something. Awesome. So when you finish with my credit, use my full name. I'm a junior. You don't have to use your full name, Jimmy. Just make sure that you're using the same name every time you apply for stuff. Okay, so if you just want to use just Jimmy Miller, use Jimmy Miller. Don't have a car under Jimmy Miller and a credit card under Jimmy M. Miller and then another car under Jim M. Miller. You know what I'm saying? Just use the same thing across the board. It eliminates confusion on your credit report, which makes you a lower risk when you do it that way. Okay. Best business credit cards, in my personal opinion, Mr. Clutch, to start off with, is going to be your Amex. Amex business cards are going to be the ones you want to start with. Definitely, as well as, and this might not be what people want to hear because they want to get just cash, but Home Depot will give you a lot of big limits, 30, 40, 50K on a Home Depot card. By having that can cause you and launch you, and I wouldn't do Lowe's. I'm extract. I just hate Lowe's. And I'm sorry if anybody here, but not Lowe's Foods, but Lowe's Home Improvement. I don't like y'all, okay? Because here's why I don't like Lowe's real quick. I bought a washer from them, and I got a brand new credit card with them. I bought a washer with them, and then I was doing some with my credit scores to kind of be able to give more advice as far as what be the best combination of things to do on your credit. And so my credit score dropped. And since my credit score dropped, they closed my card. It only dropped for like that one reporting period. It dropped like 80 points as I was doing some things. And I got a letter saying they closed my account. Now all my other credit cards all of them were all open except for Lowe's. So now Lowe's, I don't like you. So I only deal with Home Depot, by the way. But Home Depot, having that Home Depot card, having a very big limit with them can cause you to get big limits with other cards. So now you can go to other big businesses and get their Visas and MasterCards like that with bigger limits because Home Depot already set the way for you. That already like helps you with that big giant limit of 30, 50, whatever K. Okay, so excuse me. How much is the works? A line suite. Have me working at a job that pays well because I want to get a house built. Carol hit me up. That's kind of I can't really. I mean that's but hit me up about that. I'm in here, so basically it looks like I need those AU offers you have to get higher limits. I need to call you though. 18333 J knows. 18333 J knows. Letter J, KNOWS. 1-833-355-6697 to be exact. 1-833-355-6697. You can actually call now if you like. My receptionist assistant will get you set up. If you need a consultation, she'll do that for you as well. Okay. Mama, there go that man, Mr. Watch. Yo, I can't even see all that. It cut me off. Can't read the whole entire name. If I put down I make 60K a year on a credit card when applying for another card, would I be able to know the info on the application? They won't be able to know the info. Excuse me. They won't be able to know the info, but just make sure that the jobs are the same. Make sure you put in the right exact jobs. They know you did an inquiry though, if it's with the same bureau that they're pulling. And that's why when I apply, I pull basically a 404 or a 555. What that means by that is I'll apply for 4 Experian pulls, and then 4 Equifax pulls, and then 4 TransUnion pulls. That's 444. That's 12 applications. From those 12 applications, I might get 10 approvals. 10 out of 12. So if I did an average of out of those 10, if I did an average of 5K, you have 50K in funding. If I did an average of 10K, you got 100K in funding. Okay? So that's how I kind of determine what I'm able to do. People ask me, how much can you give me in funding? Normally between 50 and 100K. It's very easy to do that. But there are people who've gotten 200K because they get 15, 20K per card that I apply for them. Okay? And all that you take one hit. Well, I mean, I do those 4x4x4 that way. Let's say you get down, you want me to clear inquiries for you. You have no inquiries. So we do 4 inquiries on TransUnion. That way you don't go over into the 5 area where it's going to drop your score really, really bad. And it leaves you some breathing room. If you need to go apply for a car later or something like that, you can go up to 5, maybe even 6, and still be, not too bad in that particular inquiry area as far as, applications go. Excuse me. But yeah, it doesn't count as 1 and all that. Like I can tell you it counts as 1. No, it counts as however many you got. Because your score tells you how it counts. That whole is going to count as one thing is that is a sales pitch from a car salesman or from a mortgage company. Oh, yeah, we can apply as many times as you want. We're gonna get you in this house. We're gonna apply here, there, and you can also go apply for yourself and just run it up, and they'll only count as 1 inquiry for you. It won't hurt you really badly. That is 100% incorrect. And if you applied, you will know this for a fact. Okay, it hurts you so badly, so badly. Well, if it did count as 1, and you apply for 14 houses and finally got one that you closed on, try to go apply for a credit card. I bet they're gonna tell you you got 14 inquiries. They're not gonna say you got 1. Anyway, just my thoughts there. Oh yeah, appreciate that. All right, but yeah, hope you all enjoyed this video. I think this is my first time doing like 90 minutes actually. Thank you for all the thumbs up. Thank you for everybody who just subscribed for the first time today. Thank you if you plan on subscribing later after you watch some more videos because you don't really believe anything I say yet. Thank you for those who listened for this long the whole entire time. Thank you for those who couldn't because they had to go back to work, but you did come back and watch a little bit more of it. Thank you for everybody who wants to buy a hoodie now or in the future. Thank you for everybody who wants to get my services. You're getting them now or you're getting them in the future. Thank you for those who are trying to fix credit for yourself and you just want some new knowledge in order to fix it for yourself. Shout out to y'all as well. Salute. What's J Knows Credit? Favorite guy in the hoodie. Credit is queen. I will have your hoodies coming for everybody who just wants to be somebody else's favorite guy in the hoodie or favorite girl in the hoodie. Oh yeah, definitely. definitely. But I thank you. You know, share the video, share with somebody, hit notification bell. That way you know I'm doing a live. I'm gonna do a live. Try to do a live every day at 1:30. Not every day. I'm sorry, Monday through Friday. Every day at 1:30 p.m. for at least an hour to 90 minutes. So that way I can get everybody who might be at lunch, who might be, you know, just getting off work, picking up the kids, whatever like that. And I will probably do one in the evening every once in a while. I just haven't picked the date yet. So please hit the notification bell as well as the subscribe button. That way you know when my videos are coming. I am going to post another video tonight. Just a little video that I made. You know, nothing really fancy. But I do have videos coming. I'm probably posting a video on top of the live video. I'll have another informational video that I record every day and post for you all. And that literally is every day and not just Monday through Friday. I will post a brand new video every day as long as I'm not throwing up later. Something like that. But excuse me. Thank y'all so much. See y'all in the next video.